back right there. Beautiful skyline, beautiful summer in the city, and a lot of people going out to restaurants. 'Tis the season. We were mentioning patios earlier, and Paul was the one who led me to this survey, and an interesting one, noting that service has indeed, if you notice, slowed down in restaurants, especially in New York. Do you want to know why? You, and me. It's our fault. It's
Why?
our smartphone's fault. We used to dine on average for about an hour and 5 minutes. It's now almost double that to 2 hours. So there was one restaurateur who said, what's going on? Is my staff getting sloppy and slow? So he was looking at footage from 2004, comparing it to current day. It's our phones. So what happens is we used to just order off the menu. Now we sit, check our phones. Hey, I can't get my Wi-Fi to work, okay? The waiter comes by, can I take your menu? Oh, we haven't even looked at the menu yet. They snap a picture of the menu. Waiter comes back. Instead of eating the food real quick, they take a twit pic of the food. Yeah. Before taking twit pics of the food, they say, hey, waiter, can we get a group selfie? Can you take a pic? Oh, we don't like this one. Can you take another one?
Yeah. Instagram has ruined the service industry.
Can you believe this? And then when the bill arrives, on average, people would sign 5 minutes, they're out. No. One last check of the phone before we head out to the next venue. 20 minutes before we leave said table. So it's our fault.
I know, this is great though. 2004 people eat the food once it's delivered. Then 2014 customers spend on average 3 minutes taking pictures of their food.
How many photos are you taking?
I have a rule where I only take pictures of food if I made it.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, because when you, I think
you're so amazed that he actually.
I know. I was like, Jesus, fish sticks look appetizing.
What's wrong? Winston's making a face, a foul face.
You're the biggest proponent of it ever.
I completely disagree.
Yeah.
I take pictures of everything, every meal, every course. I was just at the CN Tower for my birthday dinner, and we went up, and every course I had to take multiple angles of my shot, and then I put together this whole like Instagram collage, and I put it all up on Instagram, and then I share it on my Facebook, and everyone gets mad at me.
And then what do you? Okay, other than posting it, then do you ever look at it again and go, wow, what a beautiful meal
Yeah,
I
because
had?
Instagram is my like food diary, so I go back.
It is a lot of
remember you
people's.
were at this restaurant, and I go back and I pull it up and I talk about the food. So yeah.
And you know what? People make fun of us, but many people enjoy it because that's how they gauge whether they want to make that recipe at home if you've made it, or they want to dine at that restaurant based on how the plate of food looks, because they're sampling through your photo what their experience will be like.
I want to know how the food tastes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we get an Instagram that? Yeah.
I'm so happy. Like, after you guys post a picture of what it looked like, tell me after and say what it tastes like.
But are you guilty of any or all of these things when dining?
No, you know what? I like to be very fast.
Yeah.
When I like to sit down,
Really?
I like to order my food quick. I like to be. I don't like to linger around. Sometimes I look at the menu before I even go to the restaurant
So you know what you
online,
wanna order.
so I know what I want to order. A lot of the times, if it's a friend that I haven't seen in a while, we get into conversation right away. So sometimes I say, let's look at the menu first, figure out what we're gonna, and then let's talk.
So efficient.
But he is.
No, that's what I do
You
too.
know?
Yeah.
Well, I'm guilty as a lingerer, but I want to know what the servers think, because you're losing out on tips too, right? Less customers
Isn't that
coming in.
classic when you ask the server and you say, what's your favorite thing on the menu, or what do you like? And they're always like,
No, sometimes they're
They
very
always tell
knowledgeable.
me the one thing that I wasn't looking forward to eating.
Like the duck confit.
They always do that. No, but this is the thing, the Instagram, just like Winston says, there's a lot of people, I'm going to say probably half the people that I follow on Instagram have at least one photo per week and it's never made me want to go to a place.
Really?
No, because how many times I've gone to these, especially when you go to like events and you see this beautiful food that's laid out and it's really styled well, but then it just doesn't taste good. So I'm with Frank, like I want to go on Yelp or I want to go on Urban Spoon and I get to see actual people writing about what the food was looking like, and you get the pictures.
I think Mel's point's interesting. You feel sorry for the restaurant owners and the waiting staff who are pretty much getting half the productivity and tables turned over.
Because you can't just kick them out.
but on the flip side, they're also getting some great free advertising by these shots. These shots being sent out, tweeted out, the social media.
Because you're proving that people do care about the food pics.
I'm just saying any
There are
exposure is good exposure.
Listen, I've made the most simplest breakfast sometime and I share it because let's say it's healthy or something, and
you
people
made it.
immediately write, No, and they'll say, what's in that? Because they want to make it, because they know I can't really cook, and if I can do it, you can do it. And the same is true about if you're really enjoying a good meal. I don't see people tweeting meals that they think are terrible tasting.
I would like to see that.
But I would like
McDonald's
to.
every
Pictures of the gross stuff.
No, but
Yeah,
really.
actually, you know what? Maybe some people have pictures of bad meals.
Yes.
Do it.
Send those to us.
Yeah, put them to @BT Toronto.
I want to see someone.
And I want to see some bad meals.
I want to see someone who cooks something that just looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's the try this, it tastes awful.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
So
Or,
look at this.
or
is
how
this
about this?
gross?
How about this? Looks gross, tastes great.
Looks gross, tastes great.
Oh,
Hashtag
yeah.
looks gross,
Tastes great. Send us your
Genius.
hashtag looks gross, tastes great, everybody.
I
We'll be
wanna
back
know.
with more BT right after this.
Otherwise known as everything I cook.
Just put ketchup on it.
The same in your mouth. Fine.
You're supposed to have space for